I swear to God, I roll my face in it like chicken and flour. So what? No. Who cares?
Number 10. Kristen Wiig as Kathie Lee Gifford. We wouldn't necessarily say that Wiig's mimicry of Gifford's voice and mannerisms are like seeing double, but she definitely gets the essence of her spirit pretty spot on.
Come on, Yoda, what's the next scoop?
In the Denver airport.
Give me that. Okay. Here we go. Okay, in the Denver airport, they've installed a vending machine that serves hot pizza. This is the scoop?
Huh? Come on, there's a reason she was one of the first faces we would see in the morning. If spending 5 minutes with Gifford feels like starting your day with a shot of espresso, Wiig's version is more like 10.
Tell me, do you find it hard to find time to see him?
Well, it can be. You know, I'm busy with the Today Show.
Yeah, I mean because he's imaginary.
No.
And if you thought Gifford was a bit much that early in the morning, her SNL counterpart is on another level.
Everyone has a story. Everyone has a story.
Kathie Lee needs to stop saying the animals are freaking out and so are the Black Eyed Peas.
Plus, did you know that she's into a drink or two? We've always loved the chaos of SNL's spin on Today, but Gifford would beg to differ.
Can't she get another job and go off and do something else?
Number 9. Kate McKinnon as Jeff Sessions. Kate McKinnon never shied away from letting her freak flag fly, no matter what character she played. Fortunately, that made her the perfect fit for some of the more colorful political figures dominating the headlines.
When I say I do not, you say recall. I do not. Recall. I do not. Recall. Oh, thank you.
Her Rudy Giuliani practically wrote itself, and her Kellyanne Conway only got more unhinged with each appearance.
I'll give you crazy quote. How about this?
Okay, so Puerto Rico actually was worse before Hurricane Maria, and the hurricane actually did blow some buildings back together, and I don't know why Elizabeth Warren won't tweet about that.
However, few left us questioning reality more than her take on Jeff Sessions. It's a brilliant caricature that cranks up his Alabama roots.
Deep fried idiot, 2 shrimp short of a gump, and messed up baby. And I forgot where I was going with this, but I will fight for you, Alabama.
Plus, someone on the writing team clearly took one look at the former Attorney General and thought, hey, possum, if life's like a box of chocolates, this impression is that odd flavor you don't think should work, but somehow totally does.
I got 800 messages and phone alerts saying I was a sneaky little liar. I didn't know what to do, so my lawyer said, run, Jeffy, run!
Number 8. Timothée Chalamet featuring Boy Genius as Troye Sivan. The premise of this sketch already felt pretty trippy from the beginning. In it, Sarah Sherman plays a woman haunted by a dream demon who just happens to be Australian singer Troye Sivan. Except here, he's played by Timothée Chalamet with zero attempt at an Aussie accent.
Turned indie pop star and model turned HBO actor Troye Sivan being played by an American actor who can't do an Australian accent. Bye, diva.
Bowen Yang's doctor has seen this before, so much that he even knows the exact choreography that torments his patients and comes prepared with his own tiny red undies. Chalamet may not be Sivan's twin, but his commitment makes us wonder if we're in a fever dream. Actually, that's true for the entire sketch.
And I'm the most iconic blouse ever. Bye, diva.
Why did he call himself a blouse?
Breathe, Kayla. A blouse is a femme top.
Even the real Sivan had some thoughts on it all. As more Troys appear, we are left speechless.
Let's go.
Number 7. Seth MacFarlane as Ryan Lochte. Before Lochte's scandal, he had already built quite a reputation for being, well, not the smoothest in interviews. Naturally, SNL took this to the next level, with Seth MacFarlane playing the Olympic swimmer as he stops by the Weekend Update desk to share his fall TV picks.
Excited about that show, Goon?
That's actually go on. It's 2 words.
Okay. It's either way, it looks really go odd.
MacFarlane hilariously nails Lochte's slow drawl while dropping lines that raise way more questions than answers. Unsurprisingly, the real Lochte wasn't thrilled with the impression. Understandably, it's not the most flattering.
You want to know a secret?
Sure.
If you hold your ear up to my ear, you can hear the ocean.
Yeah. I'm good right now.
soup yourself.
Okay.
But he did challenge MacFarlane to a swimming race, and if you ask us, we should totally take him up on it. Come on, the sketch is practically writing itself. Lochte versus Lochte at the 2028 LA Olympics.
I was watching this one show, and then like partway through, there was all these other little shows.
Oh, you know, those are commercials.
Yeah, that makes sense because I was in a bunch of them.
Okay.
Number 6, Daryl Hammond as Sean Connery. Hammond's brash Sean Connery is an SNL classic. It's not just his crass humor or laid-back approach to the game, but also his incredible chemistry with Will Ferrell's Alex Trebek that makes these recurring sketches some of modern SNL's finest.
It was your mother's handwriting. She was holding the pen, so to speak.
I despise you.
When Hammond was first cast in the role, he initially aimed for what he called, quote, a really accurate impression of Connery. However, he quickly realized that his over-the-top reinterpretation was much funnier, not just for him, but for audiences and even the writers.
Sean Connery, would you pick a category? I'll take Catch the Seaman for 800.
As he rightly points out, this is a comedy sketch show, and what the audience wants is a good laugh. And boy, does he deliver.
This is the sound a doggy makes. Mr. Connery. Moo. No. Well, that's the sound your mother made last night.
Number 5, Kenan Thompson as David Ortiz, aka Big Papi. Kenan brought unforgettable characters to the show, and his LeVar Ball is delightfully unhinged.
Yes, indeed. Now you can jump 30 feet in the air while your feet are covered in sweet cocoa decadocadocuses.
Still, nothing beats David Ortiz and his
big lunch.
Whenever Big Papi swings by the update desk, you know it's gonna be a ball. Kenan perfectly caricatures the former baseball player, which opens the door for plenty of fun with the characterization.
Batata frita y yellow cake con salmon.
Sorry, funnel cake with salmon?
Yeah, man. It make your dreams loco.
Thompson's Ortiz knows how to big up a big lunch and always has some wild sponsorships he loves to drop into the conversation.
Baseball. Do you like basketball and football, but they too fun and fast? Try baseball.
One of our favorite segments has to be his post-retirement plans. The real Ortiz may have hung up his bat, but we hope Kenan keeps this impression in the game for a long time.
You looking for a good seafood restaurant in Cleveland? Well, I can't help you. I live in Boston, man. How I know what's happening in Cleveland?
Number 4, Melissa McCarthy as Sean Spicer. You know someone has really crushed an impression when you start thinking, what's SNL gonna do now that Sean Spicer is out? Melissa McCarthy went all out, skewering the former White House press secretary as a loud, angry guy with a real grudge against the media. And of course, plenty of chewing gum.
Okay, those are the facts forever, and there's something else. We got something X, 3-4, capital T, capital P, 8-4. Hang on, wait a minute. That's my email password. Forget that one. All right, nobody write that. Stop writing that down.
Her brilliant use of props and her physical comedy made her portrayal even more memorable. She nailed the witty lines, putting everything she had into it.
When I say something wrong, you guys should know what it is I'm meaning. Wrong or right, you're wrong. And that's why you're here. Obviously, I meant Orlanta.
The real Spicer apparently had mixed feelings about her impression. Reportedly, the then president wasn't thrilled about his press secretary being played by a woman. If anything, that probably just pushed McCarthy to go even harder.
If he's your friend, why does he make you come out here and humiliate yourself every day?
He doesn't make me. I like it. I get off on it.
Number 3, Dan Aykroyd as Julia Child. Sometimes an SNL sketch can seem so out there that we can only imagine it was conceived during a late-night writing session once sleep-deprived delirium kicked in.
You can make a lovely liver pate, or perhaps a delicious liverwurst which you can spread on a cracker, a Ritz cracker, a saltine.
This is definitely one of those. Dan Aykroyd puts on a dress, a wig, and an unnecessarily high-pitched voice to portray Chef Julia Child. As the sketch unfolds, Aykroyd's child experiences a cooking mishap, but pushes through the mess, acting as if everything is totally normal.
Place the chicken on its stomach and cut along the backbone to the Pope's nose like so. Oh! Now I've done it. I've cut the dickens out of my finger. Well,
Sure, it leans heavily on gross-out humor, but Aykroyd really sells it. It might not be the most flattering impression, but it gave the real Julia Child a good old chuckle.
or if you have a cat or a dog, they love liver. Save the liver. Don't throw it away. I hope I've made my point.
Number 2, Cecily Strong as Janine Pirro. Cecily Strong as former judge Janine Pirro is like a rich, intense wine that you just want to savor.
I have vowed to enjoy a drink every time President Trump ignores a congressional subpoena. And let me tell you, Mama is a lizard.
She's loud, crass, and almost always has a drink in her very animated hands, much to Colin Jost's delight. Strong amps up everything for this role. Her volume, her wild antics, and her outrageous claims. Her impression is basically like someone spilled a drink on their keyboard right after they hit caps lock and now it's just stuck there.
But I don't know if you heard, Trump did say he's hoping to launch an investigation into both Obama and Hillary Clinton.
And of course, she's at her best when she has a drink in hand. She couldn't have an easier time breaking Jost either. We live for the chaotic energy she brings to the update desk.
When there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Leslie Jones as Donald Trump. Lauren Michaels might not see it, but we're bigly fans. Huge.
People keep casting me as somebody who always yells. I'm trying to show you I got range. I'm trying to show you something different.
Kenan Thompson as Reba McEntire. Oh, so this actually happened? It wasn't just some fever dream we had?
Flashback to when I first met Reba. Sitcom dressing room puffing on Chiba. Said I was a fan. She said prove it.
Jimmy Fallon as Barry Gibb. So over the top it breaks his scene mate.
I grew up on the streets of Sydney. And no matter where I am in the city, I'm never more than 5 seconds away from the guy.
Alex Moffat as Eric Trump. We never knew what he might come out with, but it was always laugh out loud hysterical.
I drove the golf car.
Sure did, Eric. Well, remember I told you this, pal, man. Remember? It's golf cart. Golf cart, not car, cart with a T. There you go.
Matt Damon as Brett Kavanaugh. This Kavanaugh has a lot of feels, and they go from 0 to 1,000,000 at lightning speed.
Let me tell you this. I'm gonna start at an 11. I'm gonna take it to about a 15 real quick.
Number 1. Kristen Wiig as Liza Minnelli. Few people can take something as simple as turning off a lamp and light up an audience with laughter like Wiig's Liza Minnelli. The premise is straightforward. Liza needs to turn off a lamp so she and her friend can head to the theater.
Is there a little knob on here that you turn and everything goes black?
I don't know, Liza. It's probably pretty simple.
You tell that to Debbie Reynolds.
But of course, she can't just flip the switch. She has to turn it into a full-on Fosse-esque extravaganza. Wiig always brings her A-game to every character, but even she can tell how absurd this whole scenario is.
Once. Twice. 3. Will a Fosse neck do it?
Honestly, we're amazed Jonah Hill managed to play his role so straight while everything around him is totally bonkers. This sketch makes 0 sense, but that's exactly what makes it so brilliantly entertaining.
The heck with cats, let's dance!
This has been Liza Minnelli tries to turn off a lamp.
Which SNL impression do you find most outrageous? Let us know in the comments.
I cannot believe you're on Hot Ones.
Now I feel you. I still can't tell if this is beneath me.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.